Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to a new video right here on Aster. Had to make a video because we have been able to reclaim the range right here, which we already did on Thursday, but I haven't covered Aster for a minute. But that was great news. We spoke about that possibility. I did not think it was most likely, but it seems like I have a lot to say about Aster right now. A lot of things regarding the price, etc. But it seems like they've started to push very much again. We had some things that CZ said in some lives or some spaces on X. And in general, they're very much pushing the BNB ecosystem again, which was not the case back then on Wednesday. So that changed. And what I also heard, but you should take this with a grain of salt because it's a bit of a rumor. But usually when rumors like these come to existence, it is true. But it seems like a lot of major influencers, a lot of major KOLs, key opinion leaders in the crypto space have gotten paid huge amounts to be very positive about Aster. And that in combination with the influence that CZ has on crypto can actually push prices up, especially when the liquidity was a little bit lower, which I think the liquidity actually got a little bit lower when we actually started to drop down. So then it's easier to push the price up. So that is something I do think you need to know. Personally, I did not get paid. They didn't even reach out. Maybe I would have done it. Who knows? So I will be completely realistic. All right, I'll tell you the truth about Aster. But the thing is that the truth about Aster right now is pretty hard to decipher, because I've always said, you know, a rally for Aster is definitely a possibility because of the fundamentals. I mean, right now they have a TVL, total value locked, of $2.35 billion. Extremely high. They have fees annualized, so that's annualized, that's not actual fees, but still very high, of $2.17 billion. That's double of Hyperliquid, even though, like I said, it's not realized. This is unrealized based on, you know, how much they made in the last month and then times 12. So that's not the money they've made. But then I hear other news and I hear some FUD or whatever you want to call it about these numbers potentially not being real, right? So what to expect right here? All the fundamentals are quite tricky. You hear quite a lot of FUD. And then on the other hand, you have people being very optimistic about Aster, but you don't know whether they're paid or not. So it's a very difficult situation right now to decipher Aster. And I would say, you know, what to do in a situation like that is rely on the technicals. And technically, Aster has been able to very beautifully reclaim within this range. But ultimately, the structure right here, in my opinion, is a range. On the 1 hour time frame, this is an uptrend. But within ranges, you can have uptrends and you can have downtrends. And honestly, at this point of time, I would wait for a break, right? We are at a significant resistance level right here between 2.15 and 2.2. If you really want to buy Aster, I mean, why would you buy right now when we're under resistance, when you can also buy when we've broken above that, right? And then you have more confirmation. Then you have confirmation of strength. And then more importantly, you have confirmation of sustained strength. So that looks like the better option if you want to buy Aster. And as long as we're still within this range, and as long as these kind of FUD news items come out, very often I say, you know, when you hear FUD about a project, it's actually a moment to buy. That's, for example, what happened with Plasma. But I would say it's a little bit more likely right now in this case that the FUD is new enough to suspect a pullback back into the point of control at 1.95 and back into this level right here at 1.75, which is still within the range, right? So again, then I'm not being bearish on Aster. I just think that we will continue ranging. And I do think that's most likely, unless the range is broken, unless the current market structure has been disproved. You should always expect that the current market structure continues until proven otherwise, or until you get, you know, enough indication while we are still within the range that you think that's going to cause a breakout. But I would say, given the lack of clarity regarding the fundamentals right now, that we cannot be certain of that. So I would say this is most likely. And then if we break above 2.2, that's my range line in the sand. Like if that breaks, then I think we are breaking out, and then we can go for 2.5 again, which is still my price target. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you all in my next videos. I will probably cover Aster daily right now with the current price action. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.